Good evening and welcome to Conversations with me, Aeson. Tonight we're going to be talking about biorhythms and, why they're kind of important to notice the patterns in your life. I recently have gone through some rearrangement of my schedule. For those that, don't understand what I'm talking about. Biorhythms, they're basically the frequencies and the activities that your body naturally functions on. We're not early risers or early bedders. Some people don't wake up till about noon. And if you've got a teenager, they probably won't wake up till about 3 o'clock. And our bodies get adjusted to those clocks and schedules. And then we try to force ourselves into that 9 to 5 box. You have to be up at 5:30 in the morning and be at work by 9. So you force yourself to go to bed and you force yourself to get up. And that throws you out of your natural biorhythm of, okay, this is how my clock naturally functions. I, for a long time, have been a very strong advocate in saying that not everybody is a 9 to 5er. Not everybody is designed to change their clock around like changing time zones, which also affects your biorhythms a lot. Your frequencies, your energy levels get changed when you move from one place to another, especially if you're shifting time zones, because it's based on the alarm clock within your brain, which is normally right below your medulla. And, a lot of people get all scared when, they start needing to sleep longer, or maybe they have to go home and go to bed just to get up at like 2 in the morning so they can be at work at 9 in the morning. And then there's others who can't do a day shift, or maybe they can do it, and they get upset because they can't do a day shift, but they're wide awake at 3 in the morning. We have those night owls, and I'm one of them. And, probably, since November, I tried to do that up early in the morning. Early bird gets the worm. Well, this bird needs to be an owl, because my early in the morning apparently is 2:30 in the afternoon, and staying up till 9 in the morning time instead of at night, and going and doing 100 different things. And I started feeling different, and I really started having a lot of issues, a lot of problems, staying awake, feeling like I can get anything done, being very fatigued during the day. Now at nighttime, as soon as that sun goes down, I'm up ready to go. I'll sit there and do a lot of, writing, a lot of creativity at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning now. And, I just switched back to what I call my natural schedule. And, I've done, TO'd my assistant because, I'm not getting up to 2:30 anymore in the afternoon. And, he's a day person, so he's up at 6 in the morning and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and smiling at me. And I'm like, I'm giving you a to-do list, and then I'm going to bed. See ya. Because it works naturally for me that way. And I've noticed that my readings do that naturally. So if you're having fatigue problems, if you're being tired all the time, if you feel like you're not getting enough rest, you need to think about your biorhythms. We see this in children all the time. We try to make them go to bed at 8:30 in the night and go up till, 12, 1, and then they're back up at 5. And, so they, as children, our bodies naturally know when to sleep. It naturally knows when to take off. It naturally knows when it needs to eat. What happens is we get thrown out of that sector and that mindset at, when we try to fit into those boxes and check all those little boxes that they call the normal life, and, people say, oh, your clock is off. No, not really. Not really. I think your clock is on. I just think that you need to scope your lifestyle out to be working with your clock. If you're a night timer, then go get a nighttime job. Live your life at night. If you're a daytimer, great. Have at you. I'll see you at the coffee shop at 7 in the morning. I'm picking up my mocha to take home and go to bed, and you picking up your stuff to go to the day shift. Because, and when we were in tribal communities, there had to be people that watched, the tribe at night and who lived at night, or who maybe kept watch at night. So, we still have that within our DNA genes. So I don't think that there's any medical problems, because, I've had my doctor check me for the past 18 years and they ain't found anything new in general about it. What I think it is just I'm naturally a night person. Most of y'all are probably naturally a night person. And you just got to learn to blend that and fit that into your life. So, since this show is you guys' time to be my co-host and talk with me and, share your points of view. I want to hear a little bit about your schedule and how you feel when you can actually go to your natural rhythm. Because, when you're into your natural rhythm, you probably feel better. I think we'd probably start seeing a lot less fibromyalgia if people were allowed to be on their natural schedule and go, oh, I ain't getting up to 4. And I'll go into work at 5 and I'll be happy and I'll work until 3 and then I'll come home. Because there's a lot of jobs now that no longer have that 9 to 5 attitude. You can log in when you want, you get your work done, you attend your webinar, you send out your emails, and the next person picks it up. And I think we're going to start seeing a lot more night shifts available, which I never understood that. I never understood why it was so hard to fill night shifts when you have so many people that are night shifters. If you look on Facebook at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's not a dead zone. It's faster and busier than during the day. So I'm going to be taking your calls, and we're going to be talking about this and getting y'all's input. And, we're going to be doing mini readings and answering your questions. Okay, so let's take some newbies here. Let's go with 229. 29?
Hello, thank you very much for taking my call, sir.
You're welcome. Who we got?
Yes, my name is Melvin. I'm calling from Georgia.
Hi, Melvin. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, I guess. Yeah. Yes, I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions about what's going on in my life.
Sure.
Yes, sir. First, I just want to ask about relationship. Do you see me, meeting me a nice young lady to be in a relationship? I haven't been in one in a while, so I think
you needed to take a break from the last time. I feel you do get into a relationship with a nice lady, and it looks to me to be probably by the end of summer. So from anywhere from now to summer is when she's coming in. She's going to be some type of an educator, teacher type. So, she's either training people, teaching people, trying to school them.
Okay. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So I feel like it'll be a really good thing for you. I actually feel like it'll be a great relationship.
Okay, this person I have not met before?
No, this is a brand new one.
And what's her nationality is?
American.
Okay. She's African American?
Just American, honey.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay,
and,
it's one of those you can't tell. See, here's the thing with that. I feel like she could possibly have African American heritage. But I feel she's a mostly American. So she's not going. She will probably have the natural mocha skin, be a very happy person, but she's American.
How about we bump into each other?
Looks to me like you're introduced to her, because I think that you have friends that are in her circle, but your friends are dating her friends.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, yes, sir. And also, I just wanted to ask about, I'm a football coach here in Georgia, and I did apply for a high school coaching job, and I have coached in the past at the same high school. And I went to, about 2 months ago, I went to the new head coach here, and I asked him, I wanted to be a part of the coaching staff for this year, and he said, yes, sure. He wanted to check with the principal and check with the superintendent to see what my salary cap would be for my pay. So the principal is Todd. His name is Todd, and I have coached with him back in the 90s at the same school. And the superintendent, her name is Sabrina, and she was there when I was coaching back, in 2006. But when the coach went to them, the coach told me that Todd said to ask her, Sabrina, the superintendent, and the superintendent just flat out said no. And I just want to know, my question by saying all of that, just want to know, will they give me a call for me to come coach before August of this year. Would they?
I feel they
change?
do.
Really?
Yeah, I feel they do. I feel like that it has. Yeah, I think it has something totally separate and different than this. I feel like that decision was based on where the budget was at that time, and that they couldn't offer you a position then because the funding wasn't there. I don't think it has to do with anything personal.
Okay, I thought that she didn't like me or didn't want me there or something.
No, I feel like it had totally to do with the numbers.
Okay. Well, is she?
Okay.
How soon that is? A time frame on that?
Yeah, I'd say probably by mid-July, at the latest.
By the middle of July.
Mhm.
Okay. Will I get a job as well as with coaching and also working in the school system, like an assistant teacher or something, or?
I feel you get a job working in there, but it's not an assistant teacher. It's more like, okay, I have to give it to you old school because I dealt with school stuff way before they came up with the new system. They used to have what they called runners, where, your job was to go around, you helped the teachers get the copies, you took children where they needed to go, if a teacher had to go to a meeting, you covered the class. That's what you're going to be doing.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's like a paralegal. No, paraprofessional.
Yeah, like a paraprofessional.
Like a teacher, paraprofessional, like a teacher assistant.
Yeah, like a teacher, what they used to call a teacher's assistant, but they no longer call them that. They call them some fancier name, and I can't remember what it's called. But you're not with one teacher; you're with a whole building of teachers.
Oh, as needed.
Yeah, as needed. Where you might be in an English class today because the English teacher has to go and talk to the little Tommy's parents about how big of a brat he is, and then 2 hours later you're sitting in the middle of a French class helping orchestrate their cooking class.
Okay, just float on the floater line.
Yeah, you're a floater, or what they used to call a teacher runner, where you just go from class to class and help the teachers with what they need, and it's kind of like pre-scheduled so you know where you're at.
Right. Wow, that'd be super great, sir. I mean, that's my heart. I love coaching with young kids, but these are high school and middle school kids. And I love doing it. I haven't done it since 2006. And that's what man, that's a blessing if that takes place. And that's definitely going to take place for me.
That's definitely going to take place. You're definitely going to be heading into that position.
Yeah, okay, because I work at Walmart right now, and I work doing floors and stuff at night, and I have a really bad back, and I have to stretch and do massages and stuff, and
right, you have to take care of yourself. Right. You're not happy there, but you have to take care of yourself, and that's what you're doing right now to pay the bills. But I really feel like you even have more of a problem, and it's kind of fitting into our conversations, like because you're used to being a day shifter, and all of a sudden you're trying to work night shifts, and it just ain't working for you. That's why you're having more issues. So when you're off, you need to be getting out in that sun and going out in the yard or going for a walk or something so that you can get that sun you're used to getting from coaching and from, being up during the day so that you don't feel like cockeyed at night.
Exactly. That's so good. That's so true because I'm an outside guy anyway. I always been.
Right.
I love the morning times and I love the sunlight and the rain and all that, the cold. I'm an outside guy. I don't like to be gummed up in a building all, night. And then have to, just like what you were saying when I heard your show in the beginning about, sleeping and during the day and trying to work, at night and all that. I'm like, he's got to be talking about me. So,
I'm just sharing some of my experiences because, see, I'm your opposite. I don't want to, I naturally sleep early in the morning. I can sleep through dawn. When the sun goes down, that's when I wake up. And that's when I'm ready by arithmetic to get things done. And so I'm your opposite, which is perfectly natural for the two of us to be that separate thing instead of trying to force everybody into the same box. So when you take that teaching, coaching job, you'll do really well. And I think that you'll start seeing a lot of your problems go away.
Yeah.
Your moodiness go away.
Yeah. Because I worry too much. I stressed out about it so much. I'm sitting in the stands on Friday night, and I'm calling out plays and parents and parents and kids in the community like, why are you not coaching? I'm like, they just say they don't need me. I don't know.
Well, that's when you tell them they can't afford me, because that's what the truth is.
That's exactly what it is.
Has lost so much money. In general, and you know this as a coach, because even though football is what supports a lot of the other extracurricular activities, if the money ain't there, they can't have the staff.
That's right. Is it something about me with coaching? Is it something that, is I'm intuitive? For us, I can stand on the sideline, and I can pretty much tell my defense, hey, he's rolling right. He's coming that way, and I promise you it happens every time.
Right, but that's because you're used to reading their body language. It's kind of like if you get a linebacker and you see him tensing up, you know that play is not going that far. He's only wanting a yard or two out of it, so he's going to tense up and act like a bull moose. Whereas if they're going to do a long play, say they're going to try to take it all the way down the field, he's going to be loose and ready to run, and you naturally read that. But you need to teach your boys when you get back on the field how to read that. Yeah,
you're right, and that's what I'm pretty good at. I don't know what it is. It's like the opposite team, like when they break the huddle on the offense, when they're on offense, I can pretty much tell my defense where the play is going. Oh, they're going right. They're doing the inside trap. They're gonna throw. It's a pass or it's a wide or screen. And people in the stands like, wow, how do you know that? I said, I don't have a clue, but I do know it.
Well, it's because you can read the body language of the players. And, that's something to say, especially now that they kind of look like, I don't know, I kind of grew up in the older generation when the padding was different, but now they look like built-in human tanks. And you probably grew up during the same time when that padding wasn't just as much as it was. So, teach your boys how to read that body language.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And so I will be hearing from the coach, because he wanted me there, honestly. He was like, we need you. And I'll be hearing from him, we said, right after
about mid-July.
Mid-July. I'm going to fall out. I will definitely give you a call back, and I'm thanking you right now for this validation, because I really need it, man. I really need it, and I just want to
focus so you can feel better. Okay.
Yeah.
And you were blaming yourself, but it has nothing to do with you or the program. It has to do with where the funding is.
Okay. How will we be this season coming up? It starts in August.
I think you're going to have a lot of young blood this season. So this will probably be a building season for you, because you're going to have a lot of young blood. I feel like a lot of the seniors moved on. So it's going to be a totally new team for everybody to get used to.
Right. That's true. You was right on. Yes, sir. And, we do have a lot of young kids that's coming back. Actually, it was 96 kids that came out for the spring, but I wasn't there. That's when he told me. But he told me I can't just come around, come there and just stand around, and watch and stuff. But that there just eats me alive, because I want to be out there on the field with these kids.
Right, and you can always be a friend to the team, but I don't feel like you're going to be that. I feel you're going to be in a coaching position.
Yes, sir. Back to my offensive line or the defensive line?
I can't tell, and here's why. Okay. I don't play football. I've never understood it. But it looks to me like you're going to be running them all over the field, so I would probably say offensive.
Yeah, because I normally coach the offensive line. The linemen, the big boys up front. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the blocking schemes and techniques and stuff. I thank you so much. But,
You're welcome.
And,
have a great evening.
All right, you too. Can I send you an email so you can get a
Sure.
reading? Do you do reading offline?
I do readings offline. You can reach me over at psychic.biz. And I'm actually on sale until probably mid-July, until July 1st. So go ahead and grab me over there. Use coupon code SUMMER16 and get $5 free.
Wow. Okay. I will do that.
Awesome.
And I thank you so much, man. You really brighten up my day, man. Thank you.
You have a good evening. All right.
All right. You too, sir. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Okay, so we're going to do break, and then we're going to come back and take some more calls. All right.
So I'm a cat, and I just moved in with this new human, and she's got this little toy she's always playing with, all day long. Tap, 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 bloop, bloop. She can't put it down. There it is. Oh, and get this. She even talks to it. Last week she asked it for Chinese, and guess what? Egg rolls showed up. Like magic. Humans have cool toys.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Are you at a crossroads in your life? Or are you feeling stuck and not sure where to turn? We can help. Visit our website at psychic.biz from your computer, smartphone, or tablet, where you can get accurate readings and insight by speaking with any one of our tested advisors. We offer live chat, video sessions, one-on-one phone calls, and even email readings. We have several gifted psychics, tarot readers, astrologers, and other healers from around the world who are available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your initial chat is always free, and our psychics do offer special prices and low per-minute rates. Visit us today at psychic.biz and get the guidance you need today for your tomorrow.
All right, welcome back. All right, let's move on to 480. 480.
Hello, how are you? This is Mike.
Hi, Mike. Doing good. How are you?
Wonderful. And I get up at 4:45 in the morning.
Even without the alarm clock?
I always wake up before my alarm.
Wow, yeah. You're an early bird riser, so you're out there looking for the worms that were left over from the owls.
I don't enjoy it, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. So, have you tried to change that, or are you just sticking to your or was your natural that you always done as a kid?
No, I've always been a morning person. If I don't get anything accomplished before 2 o'clock, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's not going to get done. But I live in California, so I have a 50-minute drive, and so it's be there at 7:30, and so got to walk the dog, that type of stuff. So 4:45, but always up at 4:30 at least.
At least, wow, that's just amazing for me because it's like, 4:30, I'm wrapping stuff up. I've already gotten most of the day done, and I'm ready to close shop. So, yeah, it's a different energy. So, you moved. I feel like you moved. Did your schedule change? Did your biorhythm change when you went from one edge to another time zone?
Yeah, the original move was back in 2013 from Michigan to Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that was just a lot to get used to. But right now, the 1 hour difference from Phoenix in November to California, Southern California, again, it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal because it was just like the normal time change that your body was used to.
Yeah, and I was waiting tables and bartending then, and now I have the sales position. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you. smoke pot every once in a while when I was, in high school and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why do I do that? Because it just makes me tired. So literally for the first month, that's how I got to sleep, because I had to go to bed at 9 o'clock at night when I made the job change.
And your body's going, oh, let's move, and you're like, no, it's time to switch over. We got to reprogram that clock. And you probably went through the mood swings and the grouchiness and the sheer fatigue probably for the first 2 months. So you got that clock at least set back up to its new time zone.
Yeah, it's literally been about 3 months now, and I mean now, I mean it stinks because, again, I'm getting ready to go to bed, and it's not even 9 o'clock. It's 8:30.
Yeah.
Here in California. So it's that kind of a drag. But yeah, right. I'm used to it now.
Yep, you're good. So how can I help you tonight?
Well, very interesting thing occurred over the weekend. I met a woman who is a top, very influential minority publicist here in LA. And we were talking and so forth, and I had an idea about the possibility. I said it kind of tongue-in-cheek in regards to a TV show, and she's like, I love it, and she's actually it's real estate with a big twist, and I eventually want to get into real estate, and she's already got me. She's already talked to a major real estate broker about the possibility, and he loved it as well. So we've just kind of emailed a little bit back and forth, and it turns out that guy is from where I grew up as well.
So he has a lot of the same values. I feel like it's going to be a good thing, but here's the thing with it in general. I feel like it's going to be on the table for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's got to go through development, it's got to go through marketing, it's got to get things put together there. And I really feel like you're going to probably almost think that it's never going to come off the table. But that's when it does.
Yeah. Well, and I still need my license. So.
Yeah. That's going to be important to get. So I'd start focusing on that goal.
Yeah. And do you see a departure from the sales job into something a little bit more, well, not in an office?
Yeah, a lot more not in an office. Much more active and much more going and doing stuff. But that's probably in a month and a half.
Okay, yeah, because it's getting old.
It's getting tiring. It was only supposed to be a stopover anyhow. It's not your career.
Yeah.
So we need to get moving on to that testing.
Yeah, and I need to get I had major eye surgery a couple of years ago, so I have a cataract. So I've got Rockstar Insurance, so I might as well just take care of that and use their insurance.
Use it for what you were paying for it for. That's the good thing about our health system is we've got insurance now, so we need to be using it and taking care of all these health problems so they don't turn into longer healthcare issues.
Yeah, exactly. And mine's through the company, and it's amazing, and I literally don't pay anything, so I'm pretty fortunate.
Yep.
Awesome.
So just take care of that. Get to study on that thing, because like I said, you've got about 3 months there that you're going to possibly be moving out of this, but you need to take care of what you got and what you need to take care of.
Yep. Awesome.
Okay. Well, I'll talk with you later, darling.
Yeah. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Right. Let's go to 617. 617, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Hi. I am well. How are you? Let me turn my fans down here.
Doing great, darling. Trying to stay cool, I see.
Yes. I'm in Massachusetts, and I think it's like 60-something degrees.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Y'all get it's hot for you guys, but it's really like, that's a cool day for us down here, a little bit southerner than you are. So, darling, how can I help you?
Well, I would like to know. There's a friend of mine. We're just friends, and I just like to know if you see this. moving into another direction.
And what's your friend's name?
Alan.
All right, let's take a look here at Alan, see what he's
Okay.
feeling. You know, I feel like he's stressing out right now. I do feel it moving into another direction, but he's got to take care of this drama going on around him. So you're looking at probably about a month and a half.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you, in between them, some guy from the past pops back up and wants to start again.
No.
And I want you to really look at that and see if you want to deal with him again. Because I don't think he's improved one bit. Okay,
I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about.
You know, he's going to come in like, I've got everything under control, I'm Superman, and you're like, no, you weren't Superman to begin with. You were more like the Joker. Okay?
True. Oh, very, very, very true. Yeah, I'm not interested in him at all.
Yeah,
You
know, move past him, don't get distracted by him, but you're going to have to deal with him.
Oh, boy. Okay. Well, do you see my friend being okay?
Yeah, I feel your friend being okay. I just feel like he ignores stuff until he has to take care of it, and then he stresses out because he has to take care of it.
Yes. Yeah, that's
okay.
Him.
And that's just, that's too much. That's ridiculous. You need to teach him a new processing skill.
Yeah. This okay. This is true.
Okay.
This is true. All right, honey. All right. And the old flame coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's coming back, honey. You don't have to deal with him, but he's gonna still pop his little head up and try to get back in there. And it's like, don't believe the song and dance.
No. Wow. Is it how soon will he be popping back in?
Oh, I'd say probably within the next 3.5 weeks.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
There's some important day for you guys in that time, and that's when he tries to make contact.
Okay. All right, I'm good. I've grown a lot. I mean, I'm not. You've
gotten a lot of self-confidence here in the past 3 months.
Yeah.
And that's really aiding you right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you from? I love your accent. Where are you from?
I am broadcasting out of West Virginia. A lot of my accent comes from when I was in North Carolina for a while, and people go, "Oh, you're from the South," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm from the South."
What part of North Carolina? Because that's where I'm originally from. I'm from Raleigh.
Oh, you're from Raleigh? I was just below you. I was actually in Greensboro.
Yeah.
I lived there for a while. Really enjoyed it, and then moved up to Myrtle, and then came back home to West Virginia.
Yeah. I love the South no matter what. I love it. I really do.
Yeah. I think it's really going to start picking back up again. Because for a while there, they went quiet, and, because it used to be that, construction everywhere, and then it stopped. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more construction, a lot more companies moving back into the South.
Yes, because a lot of companies would have transplanted from Massachusetts to North Carolina. A lot.
Right. Yeah, they have, and you see, and that's because of the suppliers down there.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
So I think we're going to see a resurgence of that probably over the next 2 years. So you may even have a chance to go back home.
I was just thinking about that. Maybe even moving back home. So.
Moving back home where you're comfortable. You're welcome. You have a great evening.
Absolutely. You as well. Blessings to you.
Blessings, darling. All right. Let's go to 856. 856, you're on the air.
Hi, Aeson. This is Laura.
Hi, Laura. How you doing tonight, hon?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. How can I help you?
Well, I wonder if you see me getting a job that I'm going to be interviewing for. Monday I'm talking on the phone with 2 of the people from the group. And then Friday I'm going in for an in-person interview.
Right, and then Tuesday you get the email to come to work.
Tuesday?
I don't think they're... And Tuesday you'll get the email to come to work. After you go in for the in-person on Friday, they make the decision Monday, but you don't get the email till Tuesday.
Oh, but Friday I was supposed to go in for an in-person interview.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And then that following Tuesday, is when you go in. Yeah, is when you go into work.
So I've got the job, right?
You've got the job. You just have to go through the paces to get there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and everything else is going to wrap up really nicely where I'm currently at.
Very much so, and it'll be a nice wrap-up package. This is how I'm leaving. I don't feel a lot of drama. I'm going to tell you, though, I don't feel like they make you work that 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's kind of like, well, thank you. You've been really great service, but we're not going to need your whole notice.
Okay. Sounds good. Really sounds good. Yeah. And this new job, this is a good job for me, right?
I think it's a great job for you. I think this will be a really growing position for you. Sure. I feel like you're going to probably take about 2 months to get caught on and to figure out, okay, this is how we do it, even though this may not be how you're used to doing it, and this is what we do. But after you get through with that and their little processes that they've created, you'll do fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. And then I got to move up that way, too, because it's a little farther drive. When do you see that move happening?
That'll probably happen 1st of July, honey.
Okay.
Okay. You're already working before you move. You're welcome, honey.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Oh, you too, dear. Okay. So I'm going to bounce over and grab a chat question real fast. Kasha 122676 says, I'm thinking about moving out of town ASAP. I need to get a medical procedure done. I'm trying to figure out if I should move before I get the surgery. And if I move, will it be good for me? I'm thinking I will be happier in Georgia, but I feel resistance for some reason. I'm going to say that you need to do the surgery first before we make the move. And the reason for that is I feel like the surgery tops the importance of moving. And then after you heal up, then I would look at moving in September. Okay? And I think you'll do good in Georgia. But you do feel resistance there because I feel like it's a lot of fear there. A lot of, where am I going to live? What am I going to do? Who am I going to live with? What community am I moving into? So make some trips down there and kind of feel out the area, because I feel like you already know the town, but you got to see what's around it, employment-wise, all that, so that when you do move, you've got it all lined up and you ain't working on a deadline of, my savings runs out in 3 weeks, I've got to have a job type atmosphere. Okay, Kasha? All right, so let's pop back on the phones and take a little bit more of your calls, and we're going to go to 360. 360?
Hi.
Hi, who we got?
Oh. I was calling about love.
Okay. What's your name, darling?
My name is Jenna.
Okay, Jenna, and how can I help you in love?
Well, I was calling just to see what's coming up for me in that area. If I've met the person already, if it's going to be somebody new.
Okay. Well, let me take a look here. I don't feel you've met them yet, but I feel that you do. I feel like you're kind of taking some time here to heal. We're looking at probably about 5 to 6 weeks before they enter, and it looks to me like it takes you guys about a month to figure out if you two are going to date, okay? I do feel you're introduced to them during a leisure situation, kind of like you're hanging out, you're doing that type of thing. I don't feel like they're part of your friends' circle, so they are, totally new to you. This could be when you're out with friends, you get out, be doing an activity, and they just kind of get intermingled with your group, okay?
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Dark hair, medium height, rounded face, very, very deep, dark eyes, and their facial expressions are prize winning. I mean, they can't play poker.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome, dear. You have a great evening.
You too.
Bye-bye. All right. Wow. We're moving on through. Let's go to 347. 347, you're on the air.
Hi, Aeson.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome, darling. Who we got?
It's Tamika.
Hi, Tamika. And how can I help you, dear?
I just want to know what you pick up, if you pick up anything between me and someone named Aris, A-R-I-S.
Ooh, that's a nice name.
Yeah. We started to get a pain, and I haven't heard from him in a while, so I don't know if anything's going to happen with us at all.
It looks to me like he had to take a break. I do feel like you two get reacquainted and get more comfortable, I would say probably within a month. And I feel like that it'll be a good relationship for the two of you. But you're going to need to make them go slow with this. Because what they have a tendency of doing is going, oh, this is great, let's run on through this step of the relationship. And it's like, no, you don't need to be doing that. We need to take it slow. Let's go to traditional dating, no Netflix and chills, you're taking me out to dinner type stuff, so that you two can get those emotional bonds met and built without overstressing them. Okay, because once you overstress them, that's when they run and hide. Okay, and so I don't normally say this, but you want to stick to the rules. You know, first date, second date, third date, fourth date, that type of thing.
Okay. But he is going to come back.
Yeah. I feel like it'll be a lot better when you come back. I feel like it'll be a lot more comfortable. I feel like when they come back, they're going to be a lot more serious about long-term relationships.
Okay.
Okay? Anything else, darling?
Just like you see us, we're going to turn into that? Or
yeah, I feel that you're going to turn into that. But I feel you turn into a long-term relationship, but the thing with that is this. You have to, make them follow patterns so that you can get moving forward, so that you can get more focus. Because here's the thing, and this is what I really feel, is if you want unless you want to keep doing this start, stop, stuff, then you got to make them really follow the old rules of dating so that they don't get emotionally overwhelmed.
I understand.
Okay. And I feel like once you do that, then you're going to be really comfortable. And I feel like it'll be a good long-term relationship. We won't have this in a little back-forth insanity. And it's just that they're used to being a traditional dater.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
What else worries you, darling?
I'm just thinking about work, and then of course next, I haven't heard from him, and wondering if he's going to come back, if I'm going to be involved with this guy, and he's going to come back, and then work.
Right.
This is so emotional, and
right. Work has been hard this week. Yeah. And it's going to be hard for probably the next 2.5 weeks. It's just you getting used to it, honey.
Yeah. Hopefully stuff get better.
Yeah, and I feel like that you're going to be okay. I feel like you'll be able to pull yourself through it just fine. Okay, and I feel like that if you take a deep breath before you start dredging through, I can't do this at work, you'll do a lot better with it.
Okay.
You tend to work yourself up into a tizzy, and all you did was forget to put a paperclip on a package of documents. It ain't no biggie. And that's just what you got to do with that to relax with it. Okay? Awesome. Anything else, sweetie pie?
what's going on with Nick right now? Like,
I feel like he's on pause, meaning he's just going around and spinning in circles. Okay, I don't feel like anything major is going on with him. I just feel like he's just not gotten anything he needs to get done. Okay.
Mhm.
So, with that, I would, be very relaxed when he comes around. I wouldn't be stressing myself out.
Okay.
Okay. Because if you are relaxed with that and don't stress yourself out, then I feel things will be really much more open. But the problem is you're going to be already dating the one I said to be a traditionalist when he comes back in. So that means that you're going to have to make a choice. Which one you want, the new guy or the old guy?
That's what I was wondering, if that's going to happen. Like, I'm wondering if the new guy and me are going to have anything, like, strong, or it's just going to be like a light.
I feel you will. I feel you will. I feel like it'll be a really good time. It'll be a really good relationship. And you'll get really used to it. And, that style of dating, and it's like, ooh, now what am I going to do? Because I've got a homeboy here that has issues and has to work on his self-confidence and, wants to pedal to the metal, and I got to pull the reins back on him and go, nah. We ain't doing that. I'm a lady, treat me like a lady. And then you got Nick coming back and him with his, psycho, him going through his little psycho banters at times. And you're like, what am I going to do with that? But that's a choosing point for you on which one you want to do with, whether you want to just kind of hold the reins back on one or if you want to go for a roller coaster with the other.
I know. I want to be serious. I would love for Nick to come back and for us to just be serious and steady.
Right. And, you got to be focused with that.
Mhm.
And with you being focused with that, you're going to really be able to get things into position, get people into a comfortable position, and really be happy from that experience so that you're able to, decide which one you're able to do.
Mhm.
Okay?
Yeah. I just don't want drama.
No, you won't have drama, honey child.
Okay.
Okay? If you don't feed drama, if you're up front and honest and like, look, my ex came back, I'm having to deal with him, and, the other one, look, you hung around and you were a pain, and you left and acted like an idiot, so I went ahead and started taking applications, and I'm still seeing them, and I'll decide which one is right for me when we get to that point. I think you'll do just fine.
Mhm. I could do that.
Yeah, and I think you can have a lot of fun. And I think that you can really make an even decision on which direction you want your life to go in. But you definitely have to be upfront and honest with both of them.
I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I can. I was crying a lot this week and just so emotional. Stuff happened at work. I don't know if you were the one that told me. One of you guys told me to stay away from the woman that I would be working with, that she's kind of like a man, like she's very masculine. And they let her go today. Yeah, they let her go today because she was really rude to me yesterday.
Well, it's not only that, but she was rude to other people. And they won't put up with that. Okay? They don't put up with that. They don't put up with the drama. They want people to come in there and do their job and just have a good working team. And she wasn't a team player.
No,
so it was bye-bye birdie.
Yeah.
And that's when you know that company is really going to back you and back you through anything, is when they're very protective of you, when they like, we ain't having this. We're not going to put up with this drama.
I know, and I appreciate that because they know the woman that recruited me from the boutique, she knows how much I had loved the boutique, and she knows that, I was really upset yesterday. So it seems like she just saw it, and she saw on the camera how rude the woman was to me. They were like, security and me could see she was making you uncomfortable. We could tell you were trying to defend yourself.
Exactly.
So it's
exactly. And they're not going to have that.
No, they didn't.
And that's a good job, honey. So stay focused, going to be a couple more weeks of a little rockiness, but it's going to be totally okay. And I feel like you're going to be there a good while.
Okay, that's good.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What about children? Do you get anything with me with, like, children? I always thought it would be with Nick. I don't know who's going to be with.
It depends on which one you choose, honey, but I do feel you're going to have children without a problem. Okay? I'm looking at 2 children at minimum. There's other optional children there, but it really depends on if you're ready for them or not when they're ready to come down.
Mhm.
Okay, because I really feel like you're going to touch a lot of children's lives in your life, if that makes sense. So, and these are, you know, your children or not your children or just, you know, people you're going to raise. So, you'll want to be really focused on you and just work on building the relationship right now because the children will come naturally. That's one thing you don't have to try to plan and force to come into life.
That's good to know because I always worry about it. Like with this guy, Eric, me and him just sort of met and he like disappeared. And I don't know how I don't even know if I should even look at him in that sense. Like, is he going to be the one that I'm going to have kids with? And, you know, like, because we stopped getting acquainted.
Right, and I feel like you will, honey, and he just needed a break.
Is he, like, seeing someone? Is that why?
No, I feel like he just wasn't ready to see anyone, okay? And so he started getting feelings and emotions there, and that's like trying to run a race with a broken leg. It just don't work.
True.
Okay? So it has to work. It has to work for you. It has to work for everybody else. And, you know, that's why he pulled back.
Is he going to reach out to me first?
Yeah, I feel like he does. He should be reaching out to you very soon. I'd say probably within the next 2 weeks.
All right.
All right?
Like it. Yeah. 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 I guess I'll keep you posted.
I look forward to it, honey. You know, I'm here every Wednesday with the Psychic Coffee Shop with a co-host, and then you guys become my co-host on Wednesday nights. And tomorrow night we're having Radio Terror with Raz, and that'll be a really good show. Tune into her. And then on Tuesdays we have the Oracle's View with Danita Hayes, and she's awesome. She's really, really good. So, make sure to be checking in some of the new shows too, honey. But I'll be here.
I will. Every time I see an I'll call. Tomorrow night I'll call, and, next week I'll call too. Always will.
Okay, honey. Now, Sonia's really good with goal setting and releasing those fears that you've got. So make sure to talk to her about those, okay? Because she's an emotional healer.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, that's good because there's a lot of tears this week. I got broke down yesterday.
Well, it's because you're just you were being so bullied, and it really took you back to childhood.
It's true. It's really true.
And that's that's why they got rid of her. They don't need that in their company.
It's true. They saw me upset to a level I don't think they really saw how upset she was making me till they saw how I was yesterday, and I couldn't hide it anymore.
Right. And, they're not going to tolerate that. Not in their company. So,
I'm glad.
Nobody should. That was just ridiculous yesterday.
It really was. It was like I was trying to stop her and save her. I don't want to make someone lose their job, but she kept going. She just wouldn't control herself. She could not. And she did it herself. It's on the camera.
Exactly. She done it to herself. She asked for it. She's the one to behave that way, and that's not acceptable. Not acceptable at all.
No, it's not.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, then. All right, hon. Well, I'll speak to you next week, okay, honey?
Yeah, definitely. And
all
I'll see
right,
you on Instagram.
Yep. Yes, I'm always there, and, you're going to start getting some more posts on me from over there because I'm actually figuring out how to use it now.
Well, that's great. I'll look out for them. I always like them when I see you.
Well, thank you, dear. You have a great evening.
Thank you, you too.
Right. All right, guys. Well, we're about reached the end of our show here. Thank you guys for being my co-host. I'm really enjoying this show, and this will be part of our new schedule, and it'll be continuing on Thursday nights. And check out psychic.biz if you want to reach me for a private reading, and or any of they're all over at psychic.biz, and use the coupon code Summer16. That'll give you $5 free to speak with any of your choice of psychics. And if you're actually making a deposit of $15 or more, don't forget to feed in the code coffee so that you can get a free $10 there. And, we're on all different times, but I am now switching back to my night schedule, which means I'm going to be coming on about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and I'm going to be running till about 6 in the morning. And that's Eastern time zone, so that's going to work really great for our UK listeners, and that'll work really great for our Pacific listeners, or even those in India. Because I am an international reader. I do read for everybody that can speak English well enough for me to understand and for them to understand me. So you can always reach me, or we can do chat. And, I understand the computers now automatically translate, so you guys can talk to me in any language. And Psychic.biz gives us those tools. They give us the tools of the chat. They give us the tools of the video chat that, for me, you have to book by appointment. Or you can call me by phone, and that system works for any country that can accept it. And I think the only ones that can't is like Uzbekistan, and I think some Russian countries can't accept the click-to-call voice over IP. But other than that, I'm here. I'm willing to help you. Just have your questions ready, because I do move very fast, as you can tell. So until next week, have a great week, and make sure to tune in for Radio Terror tomorrow night with Raz. Good night, all.